Definitely the thing I love the most about Nicaragua is the people. Just the people are amazing. I think that the culture, just how the Nicaraguans, they're called Nicaraguenses. It's like super pretty, right? Nicaraguenses. They're just so kind and just loving, and they just love you. I feel like the moment you talk to them, it's like you've been their friend for your whole life, And you always, when you greet people, you greet the women, well, if you're a sister, you greet the women with a kiss on the cheek, and the men, you shake their hand always. So it's always, they're so hospitable. I think even when people, maybe weren't going to come to church with us, they would always invite us in and always say, take a seat. Even if they didn't have a seat, maybe they had a rock, they would say, take a rock, And always willing to give whatever they have. I learned so much from the Nicaraguans, just to give what you have, even when you have nothing. I remember going to a home, and honestly, they had dirt floors, and they probably had only a couple things in their refrigerator, and she gives us her homemade fresco, or the juice that she made, So I think they are always, always willing to give away what they can, just because they want to show their love, and they know that you are a representative of Jesus Christ, even though, regardless if they are Mormon or not, they usually, for the most part, are going to be very respectful. And I just really admire that about the Nicaraguans. They're so kind, and that's something that I really, even now try to think back to them and how they would act, just in giving away the things that they have. I think that's really awesome. Something I did that I really liked, how I talked about how they would shake everybody's hand every single time you would enter a room, or you would, that you would go into a room, say you would go into sacrament meeting, you would go around to almost every person and shake their hand and greet them. And that is something that I love in the Nicaraguan culture, because you're acknowledging every single person that's there. You're saying hi to every person, where I feel like in the U.S. you're just hey, So I loved that, and I think that just showed that every person is important, and that that's just a really big lesson that I learned from them.